There are days in which I feel so inspired, so alive. And the minute when I step inside the studio, my mind also shifts, so I kind of wanted to embrace things that are overlooked and bring them to the mainstream and give people the insight of how beautiful humans can be. I grew up in Soweto almost all my life. My vision was to raise funds for my practice, so I went to be a street vendor. And mind you, it was a blessing in disguise, because that's where I started to engage with the world. So I was able to practice there, and a lot of great artworks came from that studio, from that period of me being a street vendor. I used to sketch very fast, so I would just look and just fast. So yeah, these are the drawings that I kind of remember doing them. The day feels so vivid as well. My grandma used to do collaging, and for the magazines that I would literally pick up from school, she would cut some of the animals and collage them, and I was like, wow, that's so interesting. And having to be an artist and having to see that I'm also taking something that she was doing while I was literally in elementary school, it's so beautiful. So that's how I got into collaging, and I just love how fragile and yet forgiving the process is. And my second practice is me having to collect old photos that can be from the internet, from my family photo book. And when you kind of look at those photos, you kind of get a glimpse of how people used to live life, and it shows that even if the times are literally the hardest, people always find ways to romanticize life, and I was so compelled by those images. So it became a thing whereby I wanted to kind of show that, but also in conversation with our contemporary times. RMB Latitudes Art Fair, it's my saving grace. It's literally so different and so beautiful. From the moment you walk in, the walls that get filled with contemporary art, and in conversation with the garden, the grass, different types of plants. When you are so tired of looking at the art, you can just walk through the garden and boom, you get introduced to a sculpture, I'm going to show this painting behind me and some small paintings. Being an artist is truly a calling, because you have to go through so many things just to be of service, just to offer your offerings. And when the world kind of accept those things, it becomes so grounding, it becomes so beautiful. So we give thanks for everything, truly.